Hi everyone, Dave here, head of customer success for CX experts, empowering brands around the world with technology and AI to make sure that their contact center solution is the best it can possibly be. And today I'm adding a video for one of the channels that I do like least, but understand the need for it. And that is this idea of telephony. Now, Zendesk does do telephony really, really well, but it is primarily set up normally to handle inbound calls, and we set up a number and we have an IVR and voicemail, etc., etc. We're going to be taking us through more of a dialer aspect now, in terms of outbound calls. So Zendesk is not natively a dialer. I'll go open and on record to say that it is not built for outbound customer service. Yes, it can do it. It can send outbound emails. It can make outbound calls, but it is not necessarily a marketing tool. But what I do want to show you is my take on how Zendesk can be pivoted to make and replicate some really nice dialer functionality, while at the same time taking advantage of all its amazing AI-powered omnichannel system preferences. So, as many of you will know, and if you don't, that's okay, every piece of correspondence in Zendesk is a ticket, whether it's a TikTok DM or a live chat or a WhatsApp or a Facebook DM, Instagram DM, email, web form, phone call, everything is a ticket, and outbound telephony or replicating a dialer is no different. So it does rely on some logic on your system, your backend to create these tickets in Zendesk, which is really easy to do. Zendesk has a native and open API for creating tickets. So you'll create the tickets, and when you do, you'll assign various properties like campaign, the name of the client, the email of the client, as well as any other preferences. And we classify those and can route accordingly to who they're supposed to go to, depending on the attributes we assign them with the API upon the creation. If you don't know what an API is, that's okay. Neither do I really, but I have some people, and I hope you do as well, who know APIs and understand how they work. So what I've done here is through API, I have created myself 17 leads of customers that I need to call. So when the ticket is created, we can put in any information we want. But at the moment, I'm just saying it's a call request for Matthew Brown. You've seen this in the subject line. I have all of Matthew's information here on the right-hand side. If I need to look up more information, not a problem. I can tap into my backend, search Matthew's order number or ID number or whatever else I need to, have that information here on the right-hand side, just for a bit of context, and so I don't have to leave the screen. So as an agent, I can see that there are currently 17 unassigned callbacks. I've been automatically assigned 2 of these by going online. And what we'll notice is that if I do happen to solve one of these, I'm going to just solve one just to show you how this works. If I solve one of these tickets, what we're going to see is this is going to go to 16, and this is going to jump again to 2 as soon as this ticket does actually solve. There you go. So it'll jump down to 16. Should jump down to 16, unless I've got some new work down in my open, which I will. There you go. I have other work, so it's not assigning me phone call tickets at the moment, but omnichannel routing really does look at all the channels. I'm just going to place this on hold, and capacity here is judged on how many open tickets I have or how many tickets require attention. And as soon as that happens, you'll see this jumps down to 16, and this will jump back up to 2. I have a fresh lead that I need to then go and investigate here. So for Linda Park and Alex Harper, I've made it 3, or I've made it 2 at the moment in terms of leads I can be dealing with at any time. We can make that any number that you want. And as an agent, I will only really do one thing to go through my new assigned leads, is I will click play. So I will go play, and as soon as I click play, the ticket will come up. I will phone the customer. I'll phone Linda in this case. I'll call her like this. I'll just click dial, and I'll show you what happens when we actually do call a client. Based on the outcome of that call, I can see we're capturing the campaign here. We can see I can disposition the call. So either it was a success with the next action required, in which case I will fill in the next action, get info about Zendesk QA. For example, I want to call them back 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock tomorrow. And tomorrow's date is date. And you know what? I also want to send a notification to Linda that I'm going to call her back at this time. So I will simply submit this. And once I submit, I've done what I need to do in that ticket. Zendesk is going to automatically serve me up Harper's ticket. and I can do the same thing. I can call, I can disposition, and I can do more than just choose the next action or next step. I can say it was a success, no action required, no problem. As soon as I submit that, I'm going to log the time against the ticket, and that ticket is going to automatically solve. And what we'll see is as I keep doing this, I will keep getting assigned new leads over and over and over again. Any callbacks of mine that are unsolved will go into this view over here, where I can go and figure out what needs to happen with them. But adding to that, I can see that today I have a call I need to make between 10 and 11, 11 to 12, got nothing, 9 to 10, I got nothing. Tomorrow's callbacks in total, I've got 1 at the moment. Future callbacks after tomorrow, and then any callbacks I need to make today will show up here. So these tickets will normally show up in your callbacks queue on any ticket that we have using SweetHawk's app of reminders. I'm able to send a reminder of exactly when I want to call this client back. So I can say, I would like a reminder to pop up. I would like this ticket to reopen for my attention on the 3rd at 10:05. And I'd say call Michael. Okay. And I'll start this reminder. And then on the 3rd of December at 10:05, this ticket will reopen for my attention. And I can start the process again and go, okay, cool. The line was busy. What's my next action step? Call back today. And I'll say I want to call them at 11 to 12 today. And that's today's date. And hey, you know what? I want to send a notification. So I'm going to open this ticket, send the notification, and that ticket will now show up in my calls for today, like this. Or should show up in my today's calls. I don't know why it's not. But that's how we basically work callbacks within Zendesk itself. We use the views, we use Zendesk's native talk functionality, and we remind ourselves what lead we need to look at and when. And we can easily pivot it to mimic your dialer functionality. In terms of making calls in Zendesk, quite cool here is that when you do make, these are the notifications, by the way, that went out via email. I can also change this ticket to email at any point, send the user an email because I have that information. Once we do make a call, though, the recording is logged on the ticket. So is the transcript. Here's a conversation I had with Alan Hobbs. And then a call summary is also loaded onto the ticket. So I know exactly what's happening here. And I really can make use of Zendesk's Omnichannel offering to reach out via phone, to reach out via email, and we can set it up so we reach out via WhatsApp as well. So making sure agents are only doing the work that they need to do when they need to do it, not wasting any time and mimicking dialer functionality, but also taking advantage of the fact that this is not only a dialer, it is an email outbound messaging tool as well. So that's how I think Zendesk can be pivoted to mimic dialer functionality. Love to know your thoughts, or if this makes sense to you, or if you'd like to see a better demo, then let us know at info@cxexperts.co.za. Thanks for watching.